Yes, sir. Geeks all over the globe, guys. Welcome to a brand spanking new episode of Cause We Geeks. We encourage you to stay geek, man. Listen, the crew is cut down to half, man. Feel like Squid Game right here, man. But listen, we here. NBA in the building, man. Here to geek out with y'all, man. To talk about all things geeks in the comic book, movies, and television, of course. Listen, if y'all are new to the channel and to geek culture, man, go ahead and do us a huge favor. Hit that subscribe button. Join us here every Tuesday evening, Saturday morning. And also, too, everybody get them likes up for us, man. Help us build that algorithm up to find more geeks like yourselves. Also, too, follow us on Cause We Geek Clips, where we post the condensed versions of the show over there on that channel. All right, BA. We got some things to get into here, man. Let's go ahead and get this party started. So we gotta hit them real quick, man, with the quick hits. They out here wild in these streets. James Gunn said on a rumor of Robin being in the Batman Part 2. Let's see what he said. He said, I think 6 of us have read the script. No one knows anything about the Batman 2. So let's go ahead and see what this tweet is. I think somebody tweeted to him and asked him. It says, Robin is reportedly scripted for the Batman 2. The sequel will be as dark as the first and will take a big swing with Matt Reeves and Mattson Tomlin really going for it. He then said James Gunn replied to that tweet with, guys, please stop believing this nonsense. I think 6 of us have read the script. No one knows anything about the Batman 2. So pretty much he's saying 6 people in the whole wide world know about it. Everybody else is out here straight guessing out here. What's your take on this, BA, man? Do you think it's going to be Robin? Do you want it to be a Robin in this movie?
Do I think it's going to be a Robin in the movie? No, I don't think it's going to be a Robin in the movie. He still has a lot to learn. It depends on the time jump, I guess. If he jumps like another 4 years, but if it's a continuation just from the first movie, then like where the hell did he come from? So I guess it'd be his intro at the end of the day. So I don't know if they want to take that route for this particular movie. How dark are you going to get? Are you going to get as dark as the typical Robin intro where his parents, take that dive in a sense? So I guess if you go that route, it does fit. Maybe some little orphan kid, but it won't be Robin as we kind of know it. I don't think so. So I don't think Matt Reeves has done it. I don't think he's going to do it. At least not for this movie. And the thing is, he keeps saying the 6 of us has read it. So are you saying definitively there's no Robin, or are you just saying, hey, out the 6 of us, you don't think that one person could leak some stuff? So I guess that's his inner circle, so he would trust them. But people get drunk every day.
No, I agree because I don't think it's gonna be a Robin in this movie. So from what we've been told, so the Penguin, the events of what's gonna happen in this movie, I think is going to be what they say a few days after what happened with the Penguin. Like the Penguin was a week after what happened with the Batman. So if that's the case, then no, it's not gonna be a Robin. And plus, they try to ground this and make it more as realistic as possible, kind of like how Christopher Nolan did with his Batman. So I don't see them him taking on a little 13-year-old kid and putting him in a suit and going here fighting crime. I don't believe that. Now they're gonna definitely have that in the DCU. They're not gonna have this for Matt Reeves. I don't believe, bro. And we always talk about the fact that James Gunn is very transparent, so he's gonna let you know what's going on out here in these streets. And so if he's telling you that it's not happening, then you need to believe it. So that's on the fact that them saying that I didn't believe it. Because now, like you said, unless they finna age him up, some years or whatever. Because what is he, like 28 in the movie, I think, or something like that? No, he's like 2029. I think he was supposed to be.
In what movie? Oh, you talking about the Batman himself, Bruce Wayne?
Yeah, the first one. Yeah.
He about 20 because he said he was fighting crime for like 3 years or so. So yeah, about 20, 25, 28 around that range.
Okay. So then you said 4, so that'd be like 30. I mean, did Bruce have it probably would be around that age.
It's not the worst to start the introduction of it, but
yeah,
like you said, that they was taking a turn for the darkness, and then if they continue with part two, then I mean, I guess that'd be Joker, right? Like he would
Yeah.
be featured because he started to be featured towards the one of the end scenes, the end credits. So just let Joker be Joker.
I think
You
though,
don't need Robin. Go
no,
ahead.
I agree with you. Because I was going to say, I think what they're going to probably do is they're going to probably wait to save Joker for the third one because they're talking about doing 3 movies. They could probably make the finale of the Joker movie. Because right now we're hearing rumors that they might have Scarecrow or somebody like that in the second one, or they keep pushing that Mr. Freeze. I don't know how they're going to do Mr. Freeze or whatever in a more grounded,
In
realistic
this
world.
world, no.
Yeah, that's what I'm
And
saying. I don't know how they're gonna do that. Like I said, don't closer to supernatural. I was thinking they were gonna do when they had those rumors of Clayface, and it's gonna be Basil's Clayface, where he just moved to kind of do his face different or whatever. And so that's why I thought they were gonna. That's probably the closest to supernatural. We started talking about Mr. Freeze and all that, and Killer Croc. Okay, so where are you going with this? Are you trying to tiptoe into the supernatural, or you keeping it completely grounded like how Christopher Nolan did? And so they told us they're trying to keep it completely grounded like Christopher Nolan, but it's like so many names I'm hearing. You could do the Scarecrow because you did it in the first, the Christopher Nolan Batman. That could be grounded, but everything else, like, okay. But yeah, I know I agree with you. I don't think it'll be a Robin in this, man. I think they're gonna keep it into a Batman, film noir type of.
oh, I'm sorry. The Owls. They might are they
Oh
going
yeah,
that route?
I I heard that too. I heard that rumor too. Listen,
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. If they
The
do the
Owls
quarter
are
owls,
serious.
if they do the quarter owls, just shut up and take my wallet. That's all I need you to do. Don't even say anything to me. Just take my wallet and we good.
That's
Yeah,
what
no, that's
if he's not doing it, then Matt Reeves he did himself a disjustice because that can prolong the Joker into the third one because the Owls itself is such a deep and convoluted story about his
mhm.
father and just the inner workings of Gotham City itself. Like, yeah, I hope
And
he
it's
does it
and it's
now. Yeah.
stitched within the lore of Gotham too, man. Like how
Mm.
Gotham was, yeah, bro. Like you talking about police corruption and like mobs and all that stuff taking over,
Hmm.
bro. It's deeper than that with the quarter owls. uh, Almost Illuminati type. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, no, I've been. I know me and Cuz been preaching that forever, man. If we can get some type of quarter owl, now to be honest with you, now that you put it like that, I'd rather the quarter owls be in the Matt Reeves Batman
That's what I'm saying. The
than in
Matt
the
Reeves
DCU.
over
Now, if it
James Gunn.
now if it went to James Gunn side, I'm not gonna be mad, but I'm just saying like you said, the way you explained it, it would fit a whole lot better within Matt Reeves Batman. Like that would be, like I said, it should take my wallet, bro. They do that, bro. But that's another room I heard. I'm glad you brought that up. That was the last room I heard was it might be the quarter owls. And so they're supposed to be filming this movie. They're gonna start shooting, I think they said the end of the year. So we about to have that tangibility, y'all. They about to start shooting at the end of the year, hopefully.
Matter of fact, I'm sorry. One last thing. One last thing.
No, go ahead, go ahead.
It's so perfect in a sense if you can start to incorporate the Court of Owls and just deteriorate the what is Gotham City to the point where they're on a breaking point because whatever they believed in has been rocked foundationally. Now it takes someone like the Joker to push them over the edge into total anarchy for the third movie. So if they're going to
Man.
prolong the Joker into the third movie, which is what you just alluded to, which makes total sense, then
Mm-hmm.
now you can kind of instead of an end credit scene, he gets maybe 3 to 4 scenes of him just continuing his master plan or whatever the case may be. Although he doesn't have a plan, but we know he has a plan. And then the third movie, it's coming to fruition. But
To take off.
the whole series, because if you remember from the Batman, like they're pretty much almost there now because
Yep.
the flood and all this other stuff, just things been
Yep.
shaking up. So it does take the quarter hours to totally mess up that foundation to the point where as though Joker then says I'm about to torch Earth right here. So I love that already.
I was just about to say when you said the flood from the beginning of the movie, yeah. I mean from the first movie, that's the perfect example right there. That's when it kind of started or whatever. So yeah, I agree with you on that. Let's go ahead and see what we got up here next, man. Oh man, BA, here we go. Man, let's put this in the people's face. Michael Bay will officially return to direct a new Transformers movie. Says according to Deadline, Michael Bay will officially return to direct a new Transformers movie at Paramount. He will develop a new version, quote unquote, of the franchise, reviving it in a way that is different to the original movie. Mm. Well, What you think on this one, bro?
How the hell are we supposed to reinvent the Transformers again?
I, I
So is it going to be some type of alien origin to which things grow and they can transform into different things? That's the same thing. That's the one constant about most Transformers. It all follows that same storyline. So are you going to then reintroduce new people? Uh, go back to the basics, I guess. Yeah, I can see that. Um, but no, but Michael Bay is Michael Bay, bro. Michael Bay is going to have
Mhm.
a hell of a movie. It's going to be like you said, you put it in the people's face balls. That's what Michael Bay does. He's going to put that movie in your face, and it's like you're either going to love it or you're not. It's going to be crazy action throughout the
Yep.
entire joint, and
All the
I
explosions.
all the explosions. Shout out to Bad Boys too when they went down to that Hummer down the hill. Um, it's like I guess I can say it's more so like I think they're trying to get into the Fast and the Furious type of environment. Like, yo, this doesn't have to be a perfect movie. It's Transformers. We just want to see robots fight other robots. Okay, that you don't need to. What are you looking for in this kind of movie? Let me ask you that. What are you looking for in a Transformers movie?
Listen, you already know I'm about to say the first one. Just do not make it human
There you
centric,
go. Because
please, for the
you're
love of
definitely
God.
anti-human. We gotta get that for
Yes,
the people.
like dude, like it's Transformers. It's about the robots. It's not about this love interest that's going on over here. Did she break up with him? He love her. I gotta get her back. No, what's going on with these robots over here? No. This love interest. Like, bro, no, we can't pay. We want to see these robots though. So like, no, that's I do not want to see any type of. This is what I'm scared of with Michael Bay. I'm scared Michael Bay is going to slip right back to those Bayisms that people bring up all the time. And he's not the greatest when it comes to story. He's had good movies and stuff like that, but he's not the greatest when it comes to stories, right? And from what it sounds like, it sounds like he not only going to direct the movie, but it sounds like he's writing it too. So, oh, man,
Do you know anything else he's written before? As in like he penned.
I I think he might have written like The Rock, which was good. The Rock was good. Um, I don't know how you feel about. I don't know if you probably remember The Island with
With
Scarlett
Leonardo.
Johansson and no, it
I
was
thought Leon.
no, that's
Okay, that wasn't
no,
Leon.
you thinking of The Beach, I think that's what that was called.
Nah.
Um the island we had, what's the dude that played Obi-Wan Kenobi? I'm blanking on his name right now. He played Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Ewan McGregor.
McGregor. Thank you. McGregor, Scarlett Johansson. That I don't really hear a lot of people talking about that movie like that no more or ever. So I don't know if people think it's good or bad or whatever, but um Pain and Gain, I don't think he wrote that one though. That was a good movie. I give him that one. Um, the first Transformers, I don't know if he wrote that one. Now let me give you
Okay.
some examples of stuff I think he had his hands had a lot to do with. Now remember them Ninja Turtle movies? The last two Ninja Turtle
Unfortunately,
movies, it-
the first one was cool. Second one, they lost me.
they lost me. Yes. I didn't hate the second one, but I'm gonna admit like yo, bro, that one it.
But that one scene though, when they was going through the snow,
Yeah,
it was
that was
snow,
fire.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fire.
So it sounds like what they trying to do is Paramount want to get this money off this franchise. They want to get the franchise money again. That's all it is, bro. Look, you had people like Travis Knight. I know Travis Knight is pinned to the He-Man movie right now. He's directing that. But you had guys like that who were writing and directing these movies, and they were actually critically loved and accepted by the audience. Now, it didn't make the money that the previous Bay movies made, but it's because they didn't make the money because of what happened with the Bay movies. The Bay movies started losing money as time went on to the point the last one, what was it? The Last Night
The last night,
Transformer movie. Yeah, it was. Well, I forgot how much it made. I think it only made like 600 or something like that, million or something like that. And so, yeah, of course, I'm gonna go watch it. You already know that. It's just if you asking me right now, hey man, what you think about this Bay signing? Can we find somebody else, please? But It's gonna be a lot of action, like you said. It's gonna be
That's
some
what they want, man. I
some
just don't think they care
explosions.
about it too much no more. They just get it out there. The faster they get it out there, the faster they can start to incorporate. They want to bring GI Joe eventually with it. So
When BA when
um, it depends. It depends if this does decently. If they get a marginal profit off of this, and that's what they might allude to it in this movie. It might be faster. It might be sooner than you think.
you know what, you might be right. You might be right on that.
Why?
I can
Okay.
see
What?
I can see Bay putting
Mhm.
GI Joe some
Why
point in
else
there.
restart it?
Yeah,
You feel me?
you're right.
Why did they let us know that they're redoing and revamping it in a sense? If you're not going to incorporate them now in the revamp process, then what we doing it for? Just keep going.
Yeah, that's a good point. Um, yeah, because we've been hearing GI Joe for 18 and a half millennia that they were gonna put him in this movie. So we got a tease of it in the last Transformers movie. We've been constantly hearing the news that they're gonna do the crossover. I think right now they're doing the animated, I think, crossover with the two.
Okay.
I think I think that's what they said the last time I heard. Because Hasbro is the one who's producing these is it through
Hmm.
Universal? No, Paramount, through Paramount. So they were gonna do a shared universe with G.I. Joe, Transformers. They ended up buying the rights to Power Rangers, and it was some other characters. I'm trying to think. Was it crap, what's the name of that? The Microverse or whatever. I'm blanking on the name of those toys. I can't think of the name of them. But yeah, they were talking about doing some kind of crossover with all them, but then they cut it down to it was G.I. Joe and Transformers, but we never got that. So I could definitely see, Michael Bay do love the army and all the military and all that stuff. So and then GI Joe is a form of a military, so I could definitely see that being in there in some type of shape, form, or fashion. But we'll see, man. They working on it right now. Speaking of another disappointment, man, check this out.
You can't leave
Disney, bruh, it's all bad. No Usher. Disney planned an Avengers Endgame style ending for the Star Wars universe, y'all. Check this out. According to Daniel RPK, Disney reportedly planning an Avengers Endgame type ending for the Star Wars universe. The new saga will start with Daisy Ridley, the new Jedi Order movie, and end with a culminating event that brings back old characters. Uh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I was going to say something. Go ahead.
One, and I'm not trying to
Mhm.
sound morbid, but
Go
you
ahead.
can't you can't keep counting on people that made movies in the 70s to still be around for your movies in the 2020s. At this time, probably 2030s. That's tough. I think Harrison Ford is rounding his last lap. Shout out to him and everything like that. But that's tough. And just to, I mean, with that being said, they did a hell of a job recreating, uh, I guess Prime Luke with the all black for
Oh, what you call that? Mandalorian.
the
Mandalorian.
Mandalorian. Yes, that was great. That was greatly done. I will give him that, but I mean, come on, like just eventually. And I'm a Star Wars guy. Those that don't know, my intro to Star Wars was really Episode 3. I was working at a movie theater. I probably saw that about 4 or 5 times, and then
Okay.
connected everything else around that. So that's when I came on the wagon here, pause, and then I went deep into the law. So I saw pretty much everything, and I read up on some stuff too. So that was my intro to it, and I'm like, all right, cool, we got that and everything, but you can't keep on depending on the Skywalker brand that when it comes to Star Wars. It's a world. It's a world that we're talking about, and we constantly dive into just this lineage, which is cool, but it's like, all right, unless you found something that's really captivating, then you gotta let it go. And unfortunately, Ray is I guess she was the prototype of Kathleen Kennedy's girl power movement. I'm not trying to point any fingers or anything, but her and Captain Marvel and stuff, that's what they made. She made them perfect. She okayed them being perfect. She probably pushed them to be damn near perfect. And everyone that was watching that episode 7, 8, and 9, you realize she didn't have that much of a character arc. She didn't she didn't go through anything. She automatically knew how to do everything as soon as she got every power unlocked. Okay, you cannot be efficient. I mean, I was already shaky on Luke being as efficient as he was in the original
Mm-hmm.
three. And I was like, yo, and then when you get with this Anakin character, and then you realize, oh, he was battle tested by tens of years. By he was only 20 something, but just the years and years of him going to galactic battles. Okay, he deserves he deserves that. But everybody else, and then they just dumbed it down even more with Ray. So, bro, I don't know. Am I going to watch every second of it? I am. And that's the sad part about it. They know that they know they have a core group of people, but yes, us Star Wars fans, we're waiting to take our place back into this comic lore that we have here. This geek culture, like Star Wars used to be like first, and then you go into the superheroes and all them after them. So
Yep.
the fact that Star Wars is on the back burner now, and you're trying to do something that somebody else did, and they did it seamlessly. I mean, not saying they had their faults along the way, but they did a really good job. So you're going to have to introduce and carry out other characters other than just Ray Skywalker. If you want this, it's not just Iron Man. Okay, it's not just the word of Iron Man, right? We know this, right? Who's your Captain America? Who's your Thor? Who is your team that I'm going to be totally invested in by the time you can get to this end game type of a vibe? And if they can answer those questions, in which they will not, then they can sell me on it. What you got?
Listen, no, you said some stuff there, man. Listen, because some stuff you said had me thinking. First of all, we've said this a million times. So Star Wars is different from, say, a Marvel and a DC, right? Marvel and a DC, they have these different continuing stories, right? You had like, Civil War, you had Secret Wars, you had Secret Invasions. So you had these stories to where those characters were connected, right? You had to connect those characters in some kind of way to continue the story or whatever, right? We talked about this so many times. Star Wars is not built like that. They're a vast universe of characters to where you could tell a story of this little kid on a farm dealing with these pack of whatevers, and it got nothing to do with what's going on over here on Tatooine, right? But you still know that it's all part of the same universe. That's the problem that I'm having right now when they said we're trying to make an end game type of movie. Why? Star Wars, you don't have to reboot anything in Star Wars. You just continue with a different story, but it's set within the Star Wars universe. You know what I'm saying? Like it's expanded beyond, like I said, the whole entire galaxy throughout time. It's just different stories from different point of views from different characters within the universe. It's not like you said, it's not about a lineage. And that's what a lot of people are getting confused by. If it's not connected to Luke Skywalker or some way or some type of Skywalker, then it's not Star Wars. It's like, no, that's not what Star Wars is. And because they set it up that way, people are programmed to think that is what it is. You don't have to reboot anything. Just tell different stories. And on top of that, stop going in the past to try to link toward the future of what's going on right now. You can go, 100 years into the future and just completely start over with stories without having to reboot anything. Just tell different stories. Matter of fact, I told Cuz this. I don't know if you saw Star Wars Visions on Disney Plus. Now I ain't talking about the second season. Second season was trash. The first season was the perfect example. You had these different stories of these different characters, and you knew they were all within the Star Wars universe. But each of those stories was saying, like, oh, let me connect to that last story that was told. Now let me connect to that last story that was told. And that last story. No, you had your own separate story, but you also knew it was in this whole entire universe of Star Wars. And that's the part that made me mad, BA. I told Cuz this a million times when I had my Star Wars rant. You have people who are running this studio who have no idea of what they're running. You have no idea of the product that you're running. You own a coffee shop, but you know nothing about coffee. I don't drink coffee, so what I like running a coffee shop? I know nothing about coffee. You got this is why I said Kathleen Kennedy need to be fired. There's a difference. Like when Marvel got hired Kevin Feige to run Marvel, they knew they had a guy who understood what he was running. We talk about James Gunn a million times, right? James Gunn running DC. There's a reason why they want him to run DC because they knew he has a vision. And he knows exactly what he's working with. Those people over there don't know that. You named off episodes 7, 8, and 9, and it felt like each of those movies were different within this story because they had no idea what they were doing. You didn't
That's because
plan
it
out
was.
you didn't. Yeah,
That's because it was three
right.
different movies. And
You
shout
did
out
you
to
did
the
not.
fact that he had to the same person that did 7 did 9, right?
Yeah, J.J. Abrams. Yeah,
JJ, and he had to pick up what Ryan Johnson, that's his name, Ryan Johnson, correct? He
yeah.
had to pick up what he was
He,
building, and it was
he
just no
retconned it.
synergy. It was no synergy
Bro, he
at
retconned.
all.
So everything you heard people complain about online, he retconned it in that movie, within that story. I'm like, so like I said, you already knew it because you announced this. It was going to be a trilogy, just like the other ones. It was all trilogies. You planned out a trilogy. You did not have an idea of how the trilogy was going to go. It's like, okay, yeah, just make a movie. We'll go from there. Wait, what? So like you just said, that's why each of the movies felt different. Because even episode 9 did not feel like episode 7. That didn't feel connective. And so, like I said, like you got people who are running this. It's like I've said this before too. Kathleen Kennedy works on the lot with both Kevin Feige and I can't remember the guy's name who runs Pixar. And the way that they run their studios is night and day compared to Kathleen Kennedy, how she runs the studio over there at Lucasfilms. Like you didn't pick up no type of ideas from these people on how to run your franchise, how to run your studio. We know Kevin Feige plan things out or whatever, map
She
things out. They
did.
sit down.
She did. That's why she just said what she just said. Now she doesn't know how to do it. That's
Now
the thing.
I've been saying she's
She
doing it
just said
now. Yeah.
we're doing the end game style. You think you trust her? You trust her to have
No,
a streamlined process here?
no.
I don't either.
Kathleen Kennedy is the greatest producer of all time. She's arguably the greatest producer of all time. She produced some of the greatest cinema that you can name right now in the history of cinema. She has, but as a studio executive, no, she's not. She's not fit to be a studio executive. That's two different type of lanes to move in, right? Like so. This is why when you saw James Gunn say if he's going to be a studio head, let me get somebody else to help me with this while I do this because he understood, right? So with her, it's like no, she's over everything, just like Kevin Feige's over everything in Marvel. But it's like that's not your strength. Your strength is to produce stuff, right? To produce the movies, to get hands on with the movies. But as far as you sitting here running a studio, that's not her strength. I've been on that tangent so many times from the project that she's announced that has not come out. The countless directors that have been fired on projects. They start projects, then they get fired in the middle of the projects. All that stuff, right? Or the fact that you don't have a vision of what you're doing. It's like, bro, like I don't know how you messed Star Wars up.
Hey,
Like,
somehow Palpatine return. That's all we need to know.
you see what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Like, a lot of stuff got retcon from 2 to 3. I mean, sorry, not 2 to 3. What's that? 8 to 9. Like, oh my
It's
god, bro. But yeah, I've been on
it's
that rant so many times.
it's not that hard. Pause. It's frustrating. It's frustrating as fans. And I think a lot of people hold Star Wars a little bit closer than Marvel and DC. I guess because maybe they're just so vast and everything like that. And Star Wars is just this story that you
Yes.
can easily see how it could be flushed out into multiple
It's like a
different
whole
segments and things.
whole world be a whole different world. Like
Yeah, and
it's just hard to
I think
explain.
so if George Lucas was the number one guy here, and I think we had a conversation about this before, and y'all wasn't really like the panel itself, y'all really wasn't feeling it. But at the end of the day, Dave Filoni is that dude, man. Like he has the
He might be.
vision of Star Wars. He works side by side with George. Like he knows what it does, and I've seen I've seen the work. He has seasons upon seasons of Star Wars lore, and I was like, that's why I'm patiently waiting for this movie to come out. As soon as I see this Mandalorian crossover movie, whatever it is that they're doing, as soon as I see it, and then if it does well, if it makes sense, and all these other things, Kathleen, just give it to him. Just give him the franchise, and just we see what we can do for him. But right now, I guarantee you, he wouldn't have made Ray perfect as she is. I guarantee you, he wouldn't have done that.
You sure about that?
Ahsoka has issues.
Okay, I'm about to say, he loves Ahsoka,
Ahsoka,
boy. He got her.
Ahsoka
She got
has
the unstoppable Jedi right now.
She has a lot of issues. She took some L's along the way.
Like I said, I'm not the biggest Dave Filoni fan, but I will agree with you what you said. I've told you, I just need somebody to go in there who has an idea of what they're working with, right? Like about Star Wars. I ain't saying you got to be one of these geeks who got like all the books and you read everything. That you got to have some type of idea of what you're working with. Like you said, have some kind of a plan. Like I said, you don't got to necessarily have a shared universe. That's not what Star Wars is about. I know the main story that we saw with the movies and all that it is, but as far as in general, Star Wars does not have to be a shared universe. It's a vast universe that can be told with different stories from different perspectives of different people within the universe, and you still know it's connected to Star Wars, not just by title alone.
So let me ask you this question, and based on where we're at right now with society and just the average person to watch movies and things like that, would you not want the movies to connect some kind of way other than being the Star Wars? Like, would you not want to go ahead?
Not gonna say when you say connect, you talking about like connect to the Skywalkers, or you talking about just connecting in general?
Just connect in general, not necessarily under the Skywalker name.
So when I mean by connect, I don't want them to, like Big J always says, it's like they shorten the universe when they do that. Everybody cousins, aunts. I know this guy. I've been with this guy before. I seen him before. He was with me over here. Like no. Like I said, it's so vast. If you were to travel the universe right now, I'm guaranteeing you're not gonna run into the same creature or character that you ran into before. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna be it's vast. Like it's a different.
It's vast but connected at the same time. And the reason why I say it's connected because let's just say you have the Empire or the First Order. They're connected because they're under the same tyrannical system. Right. And you can sell different stories based off of that as well. They just do a terrible job at it. You know what I'm saying? So they shorten it by just saying, "Oh, I have to have my timeline, my branch of storyline has to be connected to the Star Wars." No, it can be connected to different things as long as we have a center point, and then we can attack that center point. They don't do that. They don't do that at all. First Order was a joke. It was a joke.
Bro, all it was a copycat of whatever the Imperial Army that they had in the first 3 or 6 Star Wars movies or whatever, right? Like they pretty much just copied and pasted whatever happened in the first 6 into the last 3. Remember, they had the Death Star in the first, the original ones, right? And then all of a sudden they had that big one bigger than the Death Star that was around here killing, like destroying planets or whatever. And so like like they didn't come out with it. They didn't come out with no. Like and the crazy part about it is Force Awakens. Everybody loved it, I guess, because it was revisiting Star Wars and all that. But then it's like that new wore off. You got to episode 8 and then 9. It's like, okay, what are we doing? Like you had some kind of plan or whatever momentum going right here on 7. You completely just like, you know what? Don't worry about it. We just gonna whatever you come up with, we'll do that. It's like, I just hope they get it right, man. Like I said, she's supposed to be stepping down or whatever here at the end of the year. So we'll see how that go, man.
We will see.
Like you said, Dave Filoni's name is being thrown out there as one of the guys. I think he gonna do like I think they said what James Gunn's gonna do. I think he's gonna have somebody helping him too. I think that's what I heard. But
there's nothing wrong with that, but there's a hierarchy of yes and no. I guess somebody got to be the head chef. Somebody got to be the head chef, and then there's other people that work with you. But somebody got to have the vision to say like we're going in this direction, and within my direction, here's what you do. Boom, 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 boom.
Listen,
boom. Somebody just got to be a leader at the end of the day.
I ain't gonna lie to you, BA. I just care about the person with the vision. That's all I care about. I don't care about no disrespect to Peter Safran, bro. He's doing a great job with the marketing and all that stuff because he does have a lot he has to do. You know what I'm saying? He has to do that, like I said, with the marketing, the budgets for the movies. He's the one who they try to sit down and realize when's the best time to release a movie, all that stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not gonna disrespect him, but I mean, as a film fan, I don't sit there and watch Superman saying like, "Dang, hold on, how much that cost? Hold on, who signed off on that?" I don't do that. I just care about the movie. So
Yeah,
James Gunn is
you
my,
care
my
about the
main
president.
focus.
You don't care about the stat.
Yeah, yeah. I don't. In this case, the two CEOs. I don't. I care more about James Gunn because I care about the movie. I don't really care about how the movie was made or whatever. So, but like I said, no disrespect to Peter Sanford. He's doing a great job. All right, man. Check this out. This is more your alley, man. Got some good news right here. So Anna de Armas is being eyed for a role at Marvel Studios. Says she's previously starred as the particular role for From the World of John Wick, Ballerina. I don't know if you saw that movie yet.
No, I heard that
Uh
was Will's favorite movie.
man, listen, bruh. That movie there, man. Matter of fact, I saw it on the. No, I ain't gonna say nothing because I want to tell it myself. But I saw it on TV. I might go watch it again, bro. It was a pretty good movie. Um, what do you have? I don't know why I had DC in my head because I was gonna say if she's going to DC, she could play. I could see her playing like Zatanna or somebody. But in Marvel, I don't know who she could be.
That's why I was like, I was hoping there was another slide with this. I was hoping there was another words behind it because I'm like,
I'm gonna leave it to y'all. I know BJ probably would have had a
okay,
name already. Cause
okay, so
I'm sitting there like I don't know who she could be. Now, if I said DC, I would have said somebody like Zatanna or somebody like that. But
so
I
what
don't have no.
it's the problem is if this was 10 years ago, we probably can come up with people they could have chose. The fact that
Right.
they're rebuilding the world that we're about to get into, we have no idea whether she can be a mutant, whether she can be just
Oh,
a cosmic person,
yeah.
entity, some kind of way. Like it's Marvel's on that breaking point where I guess teetering, I should say, where it's going like, yo, they can go in any direction. We're about to go into Doomsday. We have no idea how this world is going to look after Doomsday. We have no idea. So if she's going to come on the role, okay, great. If she's going to, or is she going to replace somebody? If she, is she's going, is she going to be a Black Widow? Is she going to do
Oh,
that?
I
Is
was
she
just
going?
thinking that.
Is
Yeah, I
she,
was thinking that too.
Natasha? Like who?
Hmm.
I don't. I have no idea, and that's why that's the only issue that I have with this is like, okay, she's going. You have a star that's waiting to take over some role. Great. What role? What universe? We got to figure out how this thing is going to shape up. But the fact that they got her is great. I guess they said, look, let's get it before DC get it. That's probably as far as they went with that, and then let's see where they're at. But yes, can she be a Black Widow? I can see that 100%. Actually, that's pretty much what the ballerina was. I didn't see the movie, but I'm quite sure the skills were similar.
Uh,
Than that, so that's an easy crossover.
yeah.
Um, and, I guess you can go with just female entities in Marvel, and I was just like, I don't know. It's you could paint her green, and she'll probably be a better Gamora than what we got from Zoe Zardana or whatever the name is. Do you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Like, I'm still waiting for Gamora to be like a killer. Like, I haven't seen that part yet, but she can do that. She can play anything. It's just we have no idea where how the world is going to look at that time.
So I don't think she's gonna be in Doomsday or Secret Wars or nothing. I mean, I could be wrong, but I didn't hear her name. I don't think that if she was, I don't think that could be no secret. Uh, so like you just said, I think it's going to be a role after all that's done or whatever reboot. And you just kind of said something like I said, she might be in X-Men, maybe like Psylocke or something. I don't know if they'll have Psylocke in this early or whatever because I also know too they were talking about having more unknown younger actor. She's young, but I'm talking about like more unknown actors and stuff like that for those roles. So I'm not sure, but yeah, I can see her playing like a Psylocke. It's crazy you said Black Widow, bro, because like you said, ballerina. That's part of the Red Room and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying for the Black Widows. The only thing she was missing was that Widow sting. That was it. You know what I'm saying? She
Um,
pretty much would have been Black Widow.
if you paint her blue, who could she be? Mystique.
Oh, Mystique. Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you can throw it one off the wall here if they decide to go that route. Magic.
I picture Magic more like closer to. I mean, I know she's not a teen, but I probably in her like early
Just
20s,
a
maybe.
younger. Okay.
Yeah,
Well, how old
yeah,
is
probably
Anna?
around there. Uh,
I'm looking it
I
up
don't know.
now.
But remember, she played. They were supposed to be like teens or whatever in that movie. So
Ooh, she's 37 years old. You're right. You're right. You're right.
yeah, so
Yeah,
yeah,
she's
I
that
could
old.
picture her probably being like her early 20s. I'm guessing probably no more than that.
Yeah, no doubt. No
Uh,
doubt.
let me see. Yeah, well, I was gonna say an Inhuman, but I don't know if they're gonna bring the Inhumans back. They should if they're gonna reboot everything. Just bring the Inhumans back. But
I'll
I could
just take
probably see
Chloe
her
Bennett.
playing. Right.
I'll take Chloe
Uh,
back.
I was gonna say, I probably heard. I was gonna say if she's gonna play like an Inhuman, I see her being Medusa or somebody like that. But I gonna say no, not Crystal. Because Crystal was a little bit younger. Yeah, like I said, I don't really know. Like I said, if it was DC, I probably could name a little bit more. I would think it was a
I mean,
Satana. She would have been
I think we
perfect for
could.
Satana.
Yeah, that's why you keep saying it because you stuck on Zatanna for. I don't think you
Because
can
she got
name
that
two more
Satana
characters.
look. Yeah, she
So
got that Satana look.
she'll look good in the top hat. That's what you're saying.
She look good in the top hat, man.
I think she'll look good.
She in a
Okay,
little
understood.
with a little wand and all that. But yeah, man. Hey, y'all let us know what y'all think, man. Who y'all think she could probably play in the Marvel universe? All right, man. Check this out, man. So this new look at David Cornsweet Superman without the red trunks. So I don't know if you saw this going around the interwebs. There's the picture right there on the right, man. What you think about that, man?
All right. First and foremost, we're gonna pause this conversation before we get into it. Um, and it's I guess the red just stands it out a little bit more. I just wish they did a better job with the trunks that they used. They just made it just a little, I guess, for lack of a better term, a little loose. So
Yeah,
it's just that's not that's not bad. But like I said, for me personally, when I'm looking at Superman, um, I think the number one thing that stands out is for me. People can say the cape, people can say the S on the chest. Clearly, someone has issues with trunks, whether you have them on or whether they don't, whether how short they are, how far, how long they can go. I'm a collar guy. I think Superman with a collar is just a bit more serious than a Superman without a collar. So the fact that he had a collar in this movie was all I needed, and I was okay with it. So that's just, I guess that's my Superman pet peeve here. Like, hey, as long as you got a collar, I'm cool with it. But no, I'm not. I'm not a huge fan of the all blue with the yellow. He looks more like an X-Man or something like that than Superman.
I was gonna say if they were gonna go that route, just make the belt red, like in the New 52. Like it's close. Like you said, you said the collar. That's New 52.
That is
Just
New
make the belt
52.
red. That would have probably set it off a little bit more to where you need the trunks or whatever. But I mean, I would have been mad either way. I'm with you though, because I think we talked about that when we saw the movie. The trunks, it seemed like they're more, I don't know, look like real trunks, like granny drawers or something. I don't know what it was. Uh, they could do a little bit better with that. But either way, I wasn't mad at it, bro. I wasn't mad at it. It didn't make or
Yeah, I
break the
would
movie or nothing like that.
exactly. I wouldn't have noticed it if it would have been all blue or whatever, like it is here. I wouldn't have been like, oh my god, I'm throwing popcorn at the screen. This is ridiculous. How they? I wouldn't care that much.
0 out of 10. Like,
What is this?
yeah,
iHeart? I wouldn't care.
you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it didn't really matter to me. But y'all let us know in the comments, man. What y'all think? Would y'all have wanted Superman with the red trunks or without the trunks? Got the picture right here on the right, showing you what it would have looked like without the trunks. Like I said, if it had went without the trunks, just make the belt red. It would have been fine. All right, man. Check this out though, BA. Says Chris Hemsworth will continue playing Thor for the next 10 years, man. I know you like that story. Says in an interview with THR, Chris Hemsworth seemingly confirms he'll play Thor for a long time, starting with a new chapter. He says his message a few weeks back wasn't saying goodbye to the character, saying it got misconstrued and perceived in a different way. Marvel president Kevin Feige previously said Hemsworth was still in his prime to play Thor for the next 10 years, which is crazy, bro, because Kevin Feige is 1,000,000% right. I did not know this. You know, Chris Hemsworth's only 41.
That sounds about right.
I don't know why I thought he was like late 40s right now, bro. Because we've
Oh,
seen
you
him for
thought
so
later?
long. I thought later. So when he said 41, I was like, oh damn, yeah. Put the suit on, let's go. So what you think
Okay,
though?
so one, I think Chris didn't fully read the script, or he just maybe saw the depth of it. Thor's going to die. Thor's going to die in Doomsday. There's no
Oh,
doubt to me whatsoever. Oh, I forgot. We
oh,
got to do the little the joint, the joint.
hold on. Wait, you want Thor to die? You think he gonna die?
Um, I think sometimes people gotta go in order to show it. He's going to be what Ant-Man should have been in Quantumania, right? See a look of disgust on your face.
I don't know. I have no idea what you're talking about, bro.
Exactly. So I say that to say, um, in order to show Doom's, I guess, hierarchy, his level of Iron Fist, I should say, Thor has to die because he's the one of the main characters. One, period. But two, once you get rid of Thor, his character doesn't die, and I think that's what I think Chris Hemsworth just forgot about that. You just go to Valhalla, and there's plenty of storylines to choose from once he goes there and find a
Mhm.
way to get out.
I knew
And
you were
then
gonna bring that up. But go ahead.
and then a new chapter starts. A new chapter starts. So that's why I'm realized they said it's a new chapter for him. Yes, he's gonna die. He's gonna be in a sense reborn in a sense to whatever comes after that. Heimdall is there. Natalie Portman, Jane Foster is there. So it's not like
Mhm.
they didn't allude to it earlier. It's not like this is a foreign concept. And like I said, there's been animated movies, there's been comic strips about it and stuff like that. Valhalla is a thing that they can really dive into in another Thor movie. Instead of just well, they can't go to Asgard no more. Asgard's just, what the hell's Asgard anymore? You know what I'm saying? So if I can't work up, then let me work down. Let me start from the bottom. And the bottom is Valhalla. And let's just talk about it. So I think that's where they're going with it. And I think it just makes sense to me that do somebody got to go, and I think those one of the easier ones to have a comeback story from that. You can't come back if you kill, let's say, for lack of a better term, hopefully he doesn't. Let's say you kill off Sam Wilson. No, Sam isn't a regular American like everybody else. He's gone. There's no, unless we're
Yeah.
gonna go to a different universe or something. It's harder for us to bring him back. Valhalla is an easier way to make that storyline go for the next story that you have to come up with some idea for.
So I would agree with you, but I'm gonna flip it though.
Okay.
I would say that he was gonna die from that first post he posted about a month ago or whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
About kind of like the farewell goodbye, like he was saying the farewell goodbye thing. I think the reason why he had to walk that back is because he knows he's gonna be around for another 10 years or whatever the case is. Plus we also heard some rumors about the Thor 5 and all that stuff. Some of the stuff that Kevin Feige said during his Variety interview and all that leads me to believe that I think he's gonna be around for a while. The reason why he said he's 41, he's in his prime or whatever. I think Kevin Feige and them have plans for Thor moving forward. Um, so we know he's not going. I don't think he's going to be one of the rebooted characters. From what we are told here about Kevin Feige and by Chris Hemsworth. So, I could see him still being alive. Then another thing too is we're hearing that him and who else, somebody else, supposed to be the main focal point of the Secret Wars and Doomsday coming up. So, I don't think he's going to actually die. I would have said that with with the original post that he had about a month ago. I'm like, okay, because it sounds kind of sad. Like we already knew you about to go. Then he's like, oh, you know what? Never mind, guys. That's not what I meant. Oh, okay. Why are you saying that? Then Christian work. Oh, you gonna be alive for it? Then also, Kevin Feige like, you know what? I mean, he could be around for another 10 years. He is 41.
So
Okay.
something had to prompt him to say that. So what did he see? What did he read? If he would have just said, "Oh, I'm getting replaced," I don't think he says that.
Uh, but also too, you know that they're not completely finished with that script, so they probably will change the
That is
stuff
true.
up as they go. You know what I'm saying? Oh, because who was it? Somebody said that one of the actors of the show was like, "Oh, we don't know because it's not finished yet. The script is not finished because
Hmm.
they're constantly changing stuff up." Which that kind of made me a little nervous too. I'm not gonna lie to you, but anyway,
That
they're changing up
you
stuff
wish you
as
had
it.
James Gunn right now, don't you?
I mean,
Even
so
it's the Russo brothers, right? They're the ones that's doing
yeah,
it. So they have they have one of the greatest track records because they had Endgame, right? So we know that they can
Yeah.
put together a story, but at the end of the day, guys, we don't have a script finished. What are we doing?
And that's so supposedly this from Kevin Feige. I'm not saying this. Kevin Feige
Mm-hmm.
have said this is something that's not new to them. They've done this before. But like you just said, us hearing how they're moving over there in DC where, hey, we're not we're not starting or announcing a movie until the script is completely finished or whatever, right? We're hearing him shooting down all these rumors. I heard they coming out with a creeper movie. No. I don't know where you got that from. We don't have a script for that. Like we're hearing that how they're preparing things. So now it's like you're hearing this with Marvel saying, like, yeah, we're halfway through, but we're waiting to get the rest of the script for the next one, for the next
One of
half.
the
Wait, hold on,
biggest
what?
movies that they have. It just at this
I would
point,
say
at
this
the end of
is
the
their
day,
biggest movie. Yes, like you have to get this right. Like you said the last show, you got to get this right. You got
they
to get this
wigging it.
right.
At the end of the day, I
Yes.
feel like
So
they're
it's
wigging it at the end of the day. Like, what are we doing?
like you said, the only part that kind of gives me a little bit of confidence, like you just said, the Russo brothers got a track record, and then Kevin Feige has a track record. So all three of them guys together working on this kind of give me a little bit of confidence, but at the same time, it's like, I'm a little nervous the way y'all moving over there right now. But I mean, it is what it is, man.
Are you
But
a
as
Game
far
of Thrones fan?
yeah, you gonna say what's it? Art what's his name, man? The man who wrote the book still ain't finished writing the book. And don't
And
look. I told my wife, matter of fact,
you saw how it went left,
yeah,
right?
yep. I told my wife, matter of fact, they announced the other day. 'Cause I showed her. I was like, yeah, but they said they're not finishing that. It looks like he's not finishing it because they've been wondering for the last what Game of Thrones came out in late
It's been
two
a while now.
thousands.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then it ended about 5 years ago. No, about 6 years
more than
ago,
that.
whatever it was.
It was way before COVID.
Yeah, you're right. Because we on House of Dragons. We are season 3, about to be on season
Season
3.
season 3 on House
Oh,
of Dragons.
season 3. So, bro,
We're
like,
going to season 3. Yeah.
yeah, we're going to season 3. Yeah. So, like I said, man, they announced it like, yeah, he don't know like he gonna finish the book, bro, which is crazy to me. It's like you got fans who are reading your stuff and you're not finishing it, but I mean, it is what it is, bro. But yeah, now I can see Thor being around for a few years, man. If he's
All right.
41, which is crazy. I don't know why I thought he was 41. When they said that, I said, oh, now it's starting to make sense why he made those comments on that Variety interview. So, but yeah, man, let's see what we got, man. Check this out, man. This right here, what we've been talking about a few shows back, a couple shows. Following Superman, WB announces James Gunn is now writing and set to direct the next installment of the Super Family. You heard what I said, BA. The Super Family. I know if Big J was here right now, he would have tore this up, man. I'm gonna let you go ahead. What you think about this? I got some opinions.
So what? So that's the next thing then. So I guess that's led by Superman and everything like that.
Yep. By the way,
And
David Zaslav is the one who announced this and said this. So if he said it, that's the big boss. So yeah, go ahead.
so you have who do you have? You have Supergirl.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, you have Superman, Crypto.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yep.
is Superboy? We're gonna have him,
It's
right?
still gonna
Leather
be in the
jacket.
movie.
Um, man,
See what I'm saying?
I think that's the wrong term. It's James Gunn. We're gonna give James Gunn all,
Right.
he gets his leeway, but at the end of the day, it's like, yo, you might have too many extremely superpowered beings in this world that you didn't flush out Batman or other people yet. If I got a family of soups in a sense, I don't I don't need Batman. Do I just put one of them in
Hey,
in Gotham City?
you gonna clone all them too?
Might as well. Like, you know what I'm saying? But that's what it leads to. Like, you can't in a regular world, you just can't have too many soups, man. It just doesn't work well. Imagine what's the Homelander show? The Boys. Imagine the Boys with a family of, you already got him and the son. Like, imagine like 2 to 3 more of them. and what could happen. And you better hope they all on the same accord and on a positive. Like it's too much. But they're gonna do it though, obviously, because they clearly saying super family, and they're gonna have to have all those people. So I don't know. I'll leave it to this, and then you can roll out with it. They might have them, but they are doing other things in other worlds. Maybe that's why the Supergirl one is just like, oh, we're pretty much going to base this in a whole nother planet in the sense. So she is in this area, and the other person is in this area, and every now and then they meet together at the fortress or something like that. Maybe that's a way to kind of spread them out. He has no other choice. They can't. They all can't be on Earth. But uh, yeah, I'll let you go.
So I'm gonna start by saying this. What you just said at the beginning. Yes, James Gunn. You know the saying is James Gunn. James Gunn we trust over here. I trust him. A little bit of what BJ be saying is starting to creep in a little bit here. Uh, I you we did not get a true Man of Steel 2. We did not get a true Man of Steel 2. Everybody been complaining about that. That you had Superman these other movies with other folks, but you did not have his true standalone movie. I would like for Superman to have a true standalone movie at some point, right, where he's not teaming up with somebody and don't have 85 other people in this movie. That's what I want. The first movie, I love the first movie. I've seen it like 4 times. Like so I'm fine with how that went, right? But now it's time to kind of branch out. Let's give Superman his due. Let's see what Superman can do. Now you're going straight into not only he's with the Justice Gang and all that stuff. Now you're going into where he has other Supermen type of characters with him, and it's like I said, I'm going. You already know I'm going to see it. Be third day, all that stuff. If you're asking me right now, I'm not really a big fan of it because now, like you said, now we're going to start asking who is going to be in the super family. You can't have too many of them, bro. Because then, like I said, then who's going to beat them? You know what I mean? Unless you fight some kind of magic being or something. Because his weakness is magic and all that stuff. But I don't know, bro. I don't know if he keep it to like Superman and Supergirl and maybe Crypto, maybe throw in like Steel or something like that.
Power
I
Girl.
don't know,
Did
bro.
she get? Did she get some love in this?
So you gonna have Power Girl and Supergirl? You know, like
And Wonder Woman around the corner.
I don't know, BA, bro.
So
We gonna have to let
okay.
this.
So let's downsize a little bit, right? We are thinking like huge window, right? Okay,
Mhm.
Supergirl, whole nother place. Don't worry about her. They can maybe have Super Lad, Superboy, and he is maybe a slight introduction to Teen Titans if they want to introduce them at some point. That helps. That helps a little bit. Um, but he has to be. I'm not trying to say make him like they just did a clone. Jeez, that's not a good idea.
And that's what
All
I was
right,
about to say
so
too. Like you gonna go the clone route again? Which you're gonna have
man,
to, unless because him and Lois are not even married yet, so they're not
right.
gonna have Jonathan yet. You know what I mean? So
Um, okay,
it's gonna
still
have to be a clone.
brings the black character, right? So we want to give us some love. Maybe he's like a Luke Cage, where as though like I am this strong, but I'm only going to be in this area because I choose to be, in a sense, right? Um, I'm shooting darts here. I don't know. I don't know, bro. It's just that's interesting that he chooses to go this route before
Yeah.
you flush out everybody else. That's very interesting.
I was trying to think of a time where like it would be more like the news would probably be more broad because we already had Comic-Con, so that's too late. They don't do D23. That's Disney. Um, I don't know, bro. But we got to get some more information on this because right now they said he's fast. I think they said he's fast tracking it. He's writing it right now, so he's gonna write it and direct it. Let me get your opinion on this too, bro. Because so people are starting to kind of voice their opinion on this. Are you cool with the fact that James Gunn is running a studio and directing too, or would you prefer him to just run the studio? Like you did your movie, now just run the studio. Like, what do you think? I heard some people. There's some people who are saying like hey, they kind of get nervous with him doing both. They
That's
want him to
power.
kind of focus on one.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. Uh, it's the Bill Belichick and the fact that he's playing GM too.
Mm-hmm.
One of your skills is going to take a hit because you have to focus on something else. Either you're coaching or you're getting players. If you realize his players, Bill Belichick players in like his last 10 years was declining in skill, right? They weren't the
Really do,
same
yeah.
guys he was scouting, that they were doing earlier. So that's very tough. Uh, maybe the first one is okay, but he's gonna have to really, really trust his team, and his team has to be like his closest friends. And I say that to say because they're the ones that tell you, yo, that's whack, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like your friends, your close knit friends are the ones that's gonna be like, yo, that's that they're more likely to hold you accountable versus yes men that you hire in a sense because they don't want to get fired. It is
Right.
so he's gonna have to trust whatever brain trust that he has. He's going to have to trust them because someone's going to look at him and say, uh, everything that you come up with, if you're James Gunn, this is going to work. Everything that you pin down, you're the final boss, so you're going to make it work, or you're going to paralyze yourself where it never comes out, and it'd be even worse than Matt Reeves. Like, oh, this is not good enough. I can't get it's either or. So hopefully he has a great team so he can find his median and and do it. But I'm not mad at him because that is his craft. He is a director at heart. He is a creator at heart. So he can still do that. He gonna have to trust his team to so he's not over critiquing everything that he does himself.
So um we're gonna kind of this is how I feel, bro. I know I'm what I'm saying is going against what I heard a lot of people were saying. Like cause the people who were saying this, they had valid reasons like to why he needs to just focus on one. One guy brought up the fact that he, Kevin Feige used to always say how tired he was, just having to have his eyes and hands on all these different movies. And at that time, that's way before they had Disney Plus or whatever, right? Just those three movies, he was tired, right? One of the guys he had on the show directed and wrote his stuff before, and the guy was not on his show because they worked together. He said he wasn't on the show for like 7-8 months because he had to focus on that one movie. And they were saying so they could just imagine you're running a studio, combine what he did with Kevin Feige. That's what James Gunn is doing. You're making the movie. Matter of fact, people were asking him like, "Bro, are you tired or whatever on the different press junkets or whatever?" Because like, yo, listen, you got to do the press junkets. Not only are you doing the post, you doing the pre, you're doing the general and the post production on the movies, right? You're having to market the
Mhm.
movie. Like I said, you're doing all the different interviews and all that stuff. Not only that, you're doing that with the overall because they're gonna add now. Hey, guess what? He's gonna do the same thing with Supergirl. He's gonna be out here trying to market the Supergirl movie. Gonna be on these different press tours, interviews, and all that stuff. So it's like, when does he actually have time to kind of rest and just recuperate and rest his mind? You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like his mind's constantly going, and when you do that, that's when your work starts kind of falling off a little bit, right? You're not as creative. You know what I'm saying? So,
Mm.
uh, me being
That
selfish,
was.
I'm like, yo,
Mhm.
I want him to just keep making. I want him to make all the movies. Because I trust him. Like,
Mhm.
there's certain directors, like you always say, like a Ryan Coogler. I know if I go in, it's gonna be good, right? A Christopher Nolan. I know if I go in there, I know that's gonna be good. So I'm like, I trust him with the movies. We're gonna get our first little snippet of if we could trust somebody outside of him within the DC you with the Supergirl movie. Or hell, even we can even say Lanterns, because he produced Creature Commandos, Peacemaker, and Superman, right? Those are the first three within the DCU. We're gonna get our first look outside of what he done with Lanterns and Supergirl. If those two are hits, I'll sleep a little better. But until then, I want this universe to succeed so that people are saying they're talking about this the way they were talking about Marvel years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I want, and I trust him to do that.
I'm gonna skip Lanterns because it's HBO and I trust the people over HBO.
Right,
Supergirl to me is my test. I'm not saying that both can be true, but I'm just saying to me, Supergirl is the test itself because that's the one that you
right.
just said, okay, I like this idea. Oh, no, you should change that, and you wash your hands of it. Lanterns, HBO, they got their brain trust all over that. They don't want one of their
Yeah, they
products to
got it.
fail.
Yeah,
So
you're
they
right.
they have a great team now. Can they finish out stories? No. HBO is shout out to the Sopranos. They cannot finish out stories, but they have a great job getting you to that point. So
Well, what you talking about,
I'll
man?
leave it at that.
Game of Thrones finish out well? Didn't they finish well?
What's the next slide?
It's funny you brought that up. My wife just brought that up the other day. She was like talking. We was talking about. She said she was watching something. And they brought up Game of Thrones. She started ranting again about that last episode. I said, "Hey, let's just let it go. I can't. I didn't write the book, so I can't explain to you why the heck they ended that way. That ain't making any sense to me either. So I'm with you. But speaking of Star Wars, man, I forgot. We should have clumped these together. So check this out, man. Matt Smith has been cast as the villain in Star Wars Starfighter, opposite Ryan Gosling. Let's see if I can put this in the people's face. Matt Smith is set to join the ranks of the dark side. House of the Dragons and Doctor Who star Matt Smith has been cast in Star Wars Starfighter in a villain role opposite Ryan Gosling, with Sean Levy set to direct. Maya Goth was also previously announced to be cast in a villain role. I mean, I got my opinions. I always say about anything Star Wars related. I gotta see a trailer. But what you think, man? As far as this,
So what is the story?
I have
Just
I'm
did,
I have no
I was about to say,
idea.
do we have any other information other than Star Wars Starfighter? That's what
The
we
only
got.
information I got, like you said, the title and who's playing in it. I knew Ryan Gosling was the star. They said that during Comic Con,
Okay.
and now they casted Matt
Okay.
Smith. So that's all thing I know. Oh, I think it's set further in the, like I was telling you earlier, it's set further in the future, like away from everything else, from what I
Okay, no
think I've
problem.
heard. So it's on a
All
little
right.
story with
So
it.
Starfighter tells me that it's space travel, I guess, maybe. Um, yeah, not necessarily on the ground. Uh, but do I like Ryan Gosling? I can't tell you a thing that he was in where I was like, yo, that's Ryan Gosling. I gotta go watch that. Um, he did okay as Ken. Shout out to the Barbie movie, right?
Right? Yeah,
Um,
he did.
Matt Smith. I was not a Doctor Who fan, so for
Mm,
those that watch that show, forgive me on that one. But I did see him in House of the Dragon. He does a great job in that.
great, great.
So that helps me with this casting. So you have villain, you have hero, and now you just gotta flush it out after that. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with Matt Smith being a bad guy. I have no issues with that. I think he can dive into his character. I think he's very good into that part of it. And Ryan Gosling is just. I'm gonna have to trust Ryan Gosling. He has some other movie coming out.
Oh, Hail Mary.
I'm gonna watch that. I'm gonna watch that
Yeah,
on the strength
I am too.
of this, and seeing if I can just get down with just a regular Ryan Gosling being Ryan Gosling in a movie, and let's see what he can do with that. So I will save my strongest opinion because we're going to talk about this. Oh, we're going to talk about this movie, because of Star Wars. But yeah, let me see that, and then I'm gonna see where we at with Ryan Gosling. It's just
Go
him.
watch
I'm just
Fall Guy.
not.
Go watch Fall Guy. That's a good movie with
That's
him
a
and
good movie,
Emily
Ryan
Blunt.
Gosling.
Yeah, well,
Okay,
go watch
that
Fall
might
Guy.
have been the movie I was talking about. So that already came
Yeah,
out. Okay, I
yeah,
will watch
yeah. I
that.
think like
I
a
will
couple
watch
years ago. I think. Yeah, it's pretty good,
it. Okay,
bro.
bet. So did you? So you said it's pretty good.
Yeah.
So Ryan Gosling does not deter you from watching the movie. You see Ryan
No.
Gosling and like, okay, I'm gonna watch it.
So
Legitly, like
it's
honest
not.
question.
It's not. Cause for me, it's not Ryan Gosling. It's Sean Levy.
Okay.
That's what caught my attention. Sean Levy. Now, y'all know for those who follow this show any period, for any point of time, y'all know what I'm about to say. I mean, this is my saying when it comes to anything Star Wars and Blade movie. I gotta see a trailer. Now they just casted this guy. They casted Maya. They got the director. They got the star. They got the so-called premise that we don't really know about yet. I mean, I probably had talked about the premise of. I just don't know right now of what it is. But we got
Mm-hmm.
all that. Is this movie actually going to come out? Because right now, the only Star Wars movie we know for a fact is coming out is the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. That's the only thing we know is coming out. Now we've seen this happen before with the casting folks and all that stuff, and uh, like matter of fact, it was a movie probably coming out with old boy that plays in the Bear. The lead actor in the Bear was supposed to be one of the like Jabba the Hutt's like kids or something like that. I don't know what happened with that movie. That's supposed to come out. I forgot what that was. Didn't hear anything else about that. So we're constantly hearing them casting the folks, directors, all that stuff, and then nothing comes of it. So we gonna see. But as far as this casting news, I'm cool with it, man. Matt Smith's a great actor. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, he can play a pretty good villain. So yeah, I'm definitely down for that one, man.
And Sean
All right,
Levy,
man.
I'm about to say, yeah, you can wrap it up, but Sean Levy was great. Like I just had to go ahead and check just to make sure his movies and stuff like that. He was the last person that did Deadpool and Wolverine, right? So that was him.
Yep. Yep.
Okay,
That's what I'm
so
saying. Like
two on
that's the
screen
only thing they.
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with it.
That's all,
I can
yeah,
support it.
I think if for the cast and the the little crew they put together, whatever with the director and all that, I think it's gonna be. I think it can be good, bro. It might be up there with like an Andor and a what's up crap Rogue One, like in that vein. If it's in that vein, sign me up, bro. All right, here we go, man. This is the last one here. Says Spider Punk animated movie is in development with David Kalua is set to co-write the script. Oh, you writing the script? Okay, bro. Go on, man. Says Sony Animation is in early developments on a Spider Punk animated movie. No plot details so far, but is this a character you would be excited to see more of? BA.
Maybe. I'm not 100% sure if I want to fully watch a Spider Punk movie because I'm not a rock person, and my child
Right.
is wants to play with this Star Wars story now that I have it in my hand.
Oh man.
So no, I'm not 100% for Spider Punk, but like I said, like it's too much of the rock aspect to it. But I like Daniel branching out and writing. He hasn't really wrote anything, so this would be a great start for him. I know he voiced the character, so that's I think he feels that that's his that's his baby in a sense, right? That's his development and
Yeah.
whatever comes from that. So I'm for that process. I'm for supporting Daniel because I think he's a phenomenal actor that's starting to branch out to do other things. So shout out to him on that. But I'm just not. It's going to see even in the movie, like he was real deep. That character was really deep in the little bit of scenes that he had with the color in the background and things like that. Just the little Easter eggs in his scenes and his speech. Once you watch enough stuff to break down what he was saying in the speech and stuff like that, he was a deep guy. So yes, matter of fact, I'm changing it. I'm for it. I will watch it. I might get a little tired of his lingo throughout a whole movie, but
I want to
I
have,
will
man.
I will give him that, and I will have to watch some breakdowns afterwards to fully make sure that I'm because I'm not going to sit here and record everything he's saying. But no, the brother played a very deep role in that. If y'all go back and watch the Spider-Man into the verse or whatever, like that was his scenes were very convoluted. It was very layered, and I can get a movie of that to flush all that out. I'm okay with it. I'm a fan, to be honest with you. I just convinced myself as I was talking.
I love the Spider Verse movies. Um, I know people were saying he was a standout character. I didn't really. I mean, he was okay to me. Like he played well for what he did in the movie and for his part. I'm with you. I don't know if I need to see like a whole entire movie of him. You know what I mean? So, I would be more interested in Spider Man 2099 or Spider Gwen or somebody like that getting a movie. Other than Spider Punk, like I feel like he's better when he plays off of another character. You know what I'm saying? With that whole like banter or whatever and stuff like that. Because the way he was used in that movie was perfect, was great. You know what I'm saying? So him having his own movie, I mean, like you said, I'm gonna watch it, of course. You already know I'm gonna watch it, but
Mhm.
asking me
Do
right
you
now, I'm like,
mhm. In his world, he was fighting the tyrannical system that was in his world. Like,
oh, okay.
yeah, he was fight the power. Like he was very solid. I will say just if you can in sometime go kind of rewatch that and just
Yeah,
focus
I
in
might
on
have
his
to.
scenes. Now that you know that he can have his own joint instead of just kind of overall watching it, watch what he is talking about and turn the CC on so you can see the words. Just turn that on too, because his lingo
All
will
right.
kind of throw you off in a sense, and you'll see like he was fighting an oppressive government in his world, and that's what he kind of got ripped out of into this whole Spider-Verse thing. So I think it's a lot more that they can dive into it, and I just kind of forgot. And now that I was talking about it, it made me remember.
Yeah, you gonna have, man. You make me go back and watch it now. I definitely got to go back and watch because man, I feel like it's been a while since I seen. I remember when it came out on streaming, man.
Guess what?
I watched
It
it.
was a
Uh,
while. That's the
yeah, bro.
problem. It was supposed to have been over by now.
Bro, shout out to Cuz. He brought that up before because I didn't even know that the first movie between the first and the second movie, I think he said was like 5 or 6 years or something like that. And I was like, wait a minute, what? He's like, yeah. Because I remember when they were talking about when the second one was supposed to come out, it kept pushing it back or whatever. I'm like, oh man, it's taking too long. No, the third one. And he's like, well,
Mhm.
between the first one and the second one was like 5 or 6 years or whatever. So I'm like, wait, what?
But no, they were supposed to have finished the third
Yeah,
one, and they just didn't
yeah.
release it at the same time. That's what they were saying. Like not like they
Matter
had
of
to go
fact,
and make a whole another movie. It's supposed to have been done already.
when it supposed to be done 2 years ago?
Yes,
One or
one
two
was supposed to
years,
come
something like
out
that.
one year, and then the next year the other one's supposed to come out. That's how they scripted it at first, and then we're still waiting.
And I think they pushed it
Shout
back
out to
again. So
shout out to Marvel.
shout out to
But
Sony.
no, if I see anything along the way, I'll send it to you. That kind of hone in on what I was talking about. But yeah, he's
Yeah.
Spider Punk is he's a deep character, man.
Yeah, I'm about to definitely watch that now that you said that. I'm gonna watch that today. All right, man. Let's go before we get to these question comments, man. Let's go ahead and show some love to Playback.
Thank you to our friends over at Playback for this segment. Pause. If you're tired of the national media and the annoying ways they sometimes cover sports and other events, give the Glow Sun Production channel on Playback a try. We cover new and old school basketball, wrestling, and geek culture. And just recently, we've added boxing, mixed martial arts, anime, and even video gaming. So if you have time in your busy day, give our channel on Playback a look and check out some of our replays while you're at it. Another special shout out to our favorite at Playback. Back to the show.
Yes, sir, man. Let's see what these questions, comments talking about, man. Shout out to Salam. He says, "What's up? Finally caught y'all on a Saturday. Yeah, man. I know you normally be on the Tuesdays. Welcome, man. Welcome." And then he says, "I'm ready for Robin to be brought back to the big screen. It helps expand the story, especially if it leads to Nightwing. We definitely getting him in James Gunn's universe. So, yeah. So he's gonna actually be in Batman: Brave and the Bold, which I don't think is what the name of this movie gonna be, but for
As
now,
Nightwing.
Batman. Well, no, it's Robin. It's gonna be Damien. His son
No,
Damien's gonna be the Robin.
I was talking about Nightwing too. So
Oh, it's on
hopefully,
Nightwing. Oh,
yeah,
so
hopefully
okay. Another
Nightwing is
thing,
there.
the Bat family gonna be in there too, is what they said too. So
The Bat family is a lot easier to deal with than Superman family. I'll say that.
yeah, I agree. Like dang, is Streaky gonna be in there too? Streaky the Super Cat, he gonna be in there too? Like that's I don't know, bro. That's crazy.
It's a strong possibility.
Salam said, I believe it. They had Crypto and Streaky on the screen fighting.
If Crypto was
So,
there,
yeah, exactly. Salam says, as far as Transformers, Michael Bay is a damn good director. I just hope he has a good writer and sticks to the original designs. Yeah. He could definitely draw your attention with some action and some explosions and what they do that the slow turnaround, all that stuff. So yeah, we'll see, man. Maybe hopefully they do like what BA was saying. They implement the GI Joe or something. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. He says, "Man, can Star Wars continue on and thrive without Skywalkers? Are the geeks too attached to them to allow a different approach? That goes for the creators and the fans." So I don't know if it's the fans asking for it or it's that they have in their mind that's what's going to draw us to the movies, right? Because I always say this too, Salam. We got to remember that we only make up like 2%, 2 to 5% of the moviegoers that go and see the movies. Like got people like us, yeah, we know it's more about Luke Scott, more than Luke Skywalker and his family or whatever. But I always say, like, I always use the example, like my aunt don't know that. she know who Luke. If I said Star Wars, Luke Skywalker, she know who Luke Skywalker is because it's part of the zeitgeist now of pop culture. So she'll know. So if you mention Luke Skywalker in this movie, she can get on board with that. So it's kind of a give and take. But I always feel like you can tell good stories without having to attach everything. Just tell a good story, and that's not what they've been doing. So that's also what's been hurting them. The fact that they're trying to connect everything, and then you're not telling good stories at the same time. So they're getting hit on both ends, Paul.
Extreme pause.
But yeah, let's see what we got. He said I almost canceled my Amazon Prime. He said to get that War of the Worlds off my screen. So y'all were right. Maybe we should give it a pass because it was a COVID movie. Yeah.
No. No.
I was going to say that. I was going to say that. Now I'm going to say, did you see it went up on Rotten Tomatoes?
To what?
4%.
Jeez.
It was a 4% critic and 20% audience. I told my wife that she bust that laughing, bro. Cause she's like, nah, you know why they're doing that. I said, I know why they're doing it. It's just being funny or whatever. Actually, critic wise, I don't know. I don't know why they would do that, but audience, yeah.
The pass is that it should have came out during COVID. That would have been the pass. You know what I'm saying? That would have made it a little bit more believable in a sense because we always trapped in a Zoom world. And imagine going to work the next day thinking like, man, suppose this stuff did break down. What would I do? Like, you know what I'm saying? Yep. That the pass was the movie itself at that time period, and they chose not to do it. So they eliminated the pass.
Yeah, because mentioned that did make sense. I was like, why you on the computer, everything? So that did make sense. It's still a bad movie, but it would have made a tiny bit more sense if it came out during the COVID. Salam also says Power Girl, Superboy Prime, John Kent. I don't see John Kent being like I said, Lois and Superman haven't had their kid yet. They ain't even married yet, so I don't see that. I don't think they're gonna do a Superboy Prime. I don't. Like BA said, maybe Power Girl. I give you Power Girl as a maybe. That's probably more realistic than those other two. I'm canceling John out altogether. It's not gonna be John. I don't know. We got to see how this. Maybe they just leave it to Superman, Supergirl, and Crypto. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how that goes.
Big family.
Yeah, because like I said, what's Steele's daughter's name? She had I forgot her name. She had a suit. Not Arsenal. What's like Armor or something like that? They were like Armor. I can't remember.
That would go better.
Yeah, it's something like that. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Cause they might go that. Hey, they might go that Lois was it Superman and Lois route. You know what I'm saying? Like he got a family and Steele's in there and all that. Salam says, I think it's fine if Gunn directs the first few movies, Superman, Justice League, to get the DCU up and running. Listen, I kind of said what I said to Salam because I told BA and them I think James Gunn's going to direct the Batman movie.
I agree. He said himself multiple occasions that that's his favorite. Well, maybe because it's his favorite, he stays away. Like, you know how they say like doctors shouldn't operate on their families or whatever the case may be. Yeah, so this might be it. This might be one of those things where he'll step aside doing Batman and do something else. Where he'll probably listen to other people. Now the paralysis might come with Batman. I needed to be perfect and all those other things.
That's what I was thinking. Like you got Superman right. You need to get Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman right. Those are gonna be your three pillars. You got to get those three right.
The way they going, I think Wonder Woman might be a thing of the bar. Like I know what's on the docket, but once you flushed out Supergirl and God, like you said, don't bring no other Kryptonian type power woman. Then Wonder Woman doesn't have the same effect. And it's, you know what I'm saying? Like this, I've seen Superwoman. I've seen a lot of them. Wonder Woman doesn't have that allure. She has that allure because she's one of the first ones. Like you said, with anybody else, you have all three of them pretty much coming out at the same time. Now it's like, oh, okay, it's this person versus like Wonder Woman is your bar, and everyone else goes to Wonder Woman because everyone else is a secondary character to Wonder Woman. But now, once I see Supergirl, just the average person, Supergirl's gonna be the bar. So is everyone else to Supergirl. Because that's the first person they saw. It's going to be Wonder Woman. Oh, how does she stack up versus Supergirl? Whoever else they're bringing, how does she stack up against Supergirl? and I don't think that's the right thing to do, but that's the way he's going. We're going to see 2 movies of Supergirl.
I'm not gonna nitpick him or anything, but I wonder why he didn't start. I don't know if they just came up with this idea or this was already a general idea that those going to be the 3 pillars of the universe. We knew that. Remember when he came out, the first time he talked about this, he had laid out his map or whatever of the movies, and Batman was one of them, right? Like, why didn't they map out Wonder Woman? That way, Wonder Woman would have been one of them, like you said, if with that the way you just talking about before Supergirl. You should have had her come out before Supergirl. Then Supergirl follow behind her or whatever, right? Everybody follow Wonder Woman's league. That's one of your main pillars. So I don't know, because right now, he has said that the person who was writing the Teen Titan movie, he took them off of that project, and they're working diligently on that Wonder Woman script right now. So I don't know, man.
It has to come out before this movie come out.
And I don't think y'all can even close to being done with the script. Supergirl's coming out next year. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you talking about for
the the Super Family?
Ooh,
yes, it has to be done,
bro. And you know what's crazy about that? What you just said? We know how James Gunn works. If he started on that script, he might be done with it in the next couple months. And we know how they also work. As soon as the script is done, they're green-lighting the movie.
Greenlit,
they did it with they ready to go. They did it with Clayface. As soon as Clayface got done, we get a director. They had the director, then they were already going for their main character or whatever. So
there's a good chance that you have 2 movies feature a super powered woman, which is Supergirl, and her story. Don't forget, we're going to get involved in her story, so we're going to feel for her. We're going to be sympathetic to her story, so on and so forth. And then this Wonder Woman, who is she? We know who she is. We know how important she is. But the hundreds of thousands that's watched this movie, do the majority of them know? They know of Wonder Woman, but they see a replacement there for.
They're gonna have to differentiate. You know what I'm trying to say, between the 2, right? We already know Supergirl's gonna be kind of like that broken character. They're gonna have to have Wonder Woman be more like the Wonder Woman that we saw in the DCU, where she's more not jovial, but more stoic, more earnest, more honest, all that type of stuff. They might have to do that to separate the 2. Yeah, they're both superpowers or whatever, but this character, as far as her portrayal, is gonna be different from this character. That's what they're gonna have to do. So I mean, because people know of Supergirl, but people recognize Wonder Woman more than Supergirl because she's a bigger character or whatever. So, but like you said, I guess it's gonna be a race to who finishes. But for what it sounds like I said, knowing James Gunn's track record, he's gonna get done with his script before whoever get done with that Wonder Woman script. So we're gonna see, man. We're gonna see. The Basco scenario. Welcome to the channel, man. He says, first time viewer. He said, I think this is the only thing Sony has going for besides Tom Holland MCU collab, cash grab. So they will milk the Spider-Verse. You know what? It's funny you said that, because I was kind of not as far as like the cash grab thing, but I do feel like they're trying to prolong this Spider-Verse by having all these different spin-offs and stuff, which kind of tells me that they're going to continue the storyline, because like you said, it's making money for them right now. Like you said, for Sony, it's making money for Sony. We already know that they canceling their other live action stuff. We already know about that. So right now, this is the only thing that's going for them that's making money. Because look, we're talking about it right now as far as, damn, when the third one coming out. So you might be right on that one. But
you're gonna have Spider-Punk come out before Spider-Verse.
Wow.
Hey, where this come from? It's coming, guys. Don't worry. It's coming.
It's gonna lead right into the Spider-Verse. I mean, gonna lead right into the what's it, Beyond the Spider-Verse or whatever.
They're gonna use it as the Punisher.
Oh man. But yeah, man. Hey man, subscribe to the channel, man. Join us here for all these conversations that we be having, man. Salam says, I wonder if they'll do something different with Spider-Punk, like add musical numbers. They probably will, because he's a musician. Kind of like what they did with Spider-Gwen, her scenes and stuff. They got the music and all that. Sony Animation has a global hit right now with K-pop. Yeah, I heard about that. K-pop Demon Hunter, so maybe they'll follow. I heard about that. K-pop. That's the popular thing. Have you seen it? You watched it?
No, but K-pop is impactful. Like I said, I play Marvel Rivals, and they got a character on there that specializes in K-pop. One of her specials that she does, she dances around and singing K-pop. Like it's a huge thing. So like that, I know. So I can imagine Spider-Punk. That's why I say like it's gonna be like that and like light rock and stuff like that. That's not my wheelhouse, but his story I can get down with. So I will have to.
Facts.
I don't like musicals, bro. I hate them.
Oh my God! Don't get me started on musicals, bro.
Shout
I
out to the
can't
Joker.
understand them either. Oh my God. He also Vasquez also says OG characters is what lures to the movies. Mando movie will prove if they can make money without OG characters. That's another one they said they were going to make. What happened to that?
It's still in the works. It's still like heavy coming out within a year or so. Like they're filming it, if I'm not mistaken. I think if they didn't already film it already.
I need to see the trailer, man.
Yeah, see the trailer. Understood. Yep, gotta see the
I
trailer.
need to see a trailer, bro. With Star Wars, I'm not messing around no more. I need to see a trailer. Y'all told me.
So
you promised me too many things.
To his credit, this is like a branch in their lore. It's one branch removed from the Skywalker line. So it's like they all know and they all interacted with them and things like that, but it's not featuring them. So I'm like this with it. I hope it works.
I'm with you. I hope so too. And then he says, "It's whack aliens don't know to act." He probably talking about
He's talking about War of the Worlds, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, War of the Worlds. Oh my God. Yep, 4%. BA went to 4%. Threw me off. I said, "Wait, what?" So you telling me there's at least 4 out of 100 people, 4 people like
100 people, 4 people say, "Yeah, this is fire."
It's it right here. Y'all just don't. You can't relate. That's what they said, bro.
Each one of them have the full catalog of Ice Cube, by the way.
Oh man. Do not be surprised to see Gina Carano in the Mando movie scene this yesterday press release. Yeah, I heard something about that too. I heard about something about that too.
I think she settled.
Yeah, settled with Disney.
Some people say that she won. She settled and they cleared her slate. Now, will they work with her again? Who knows? But a lot of people. She did have some kind of following, and then people did say they missed her in the Mando series.
Yeah.
So her coming back, it wouldn't hurt anything. They'll have to answer some questions, but it's nothing that they can't necessarily handle. And like I said, she was an okay character. I didn't necessarily miss her because after her, I think we got an influx of Bo-Katan. So that's kind of who took that female lead in a sense. But yeah, she wasn't a bad character, so it'd be nice to see her again.
Supposedly she's supposed to be getting her own spinoff from that show.
We too far from that though. We way too far from that. She did too much damage to get a spinoff. And that last one, a lot of people feel that same
that's
way.
Probably why that's why everybody was mad.
I will leave that.
But yeah, man. Listen, man. We definitely appreciate everybody, man. Geeking out with your boys, man, for another episode, man. Hopefully, Big J and Cuz will be back here on Tuesday, y'all. So listen, man. So if you guys are into geek content, man, movie to television wise, do us a favor, hit that subscribe button. Join us here every Tuesday evening, Saturday morning, man, as we get our geek on. Everybody hit them likes for us today, man. We definitely would appreciate that. And also, too, follow us on Cuz We Geek Clips as we have the condensed short versions of the show on that channel, man. So y'all follow us over there, too. Other than that, man, listen, we will be back here on Tuesday, man. I see BA over showing off, man. I ain't got none of my Star Wars stuff over here. I got my Star Wars stuff in the background. I got my R2D2, man. I got my R2D2 over here. I be using that to scare my dogs. But my wife be like, "How are you doing that?" Matter of fact, I might go take it down here right now. But listen, man.
Peter, you hear that, right?
But listen, I mean, they love it. That's what I meant.
Understood.
But yeah, listen, we will catch y'all guys here on Tuesday, y'all. Do us a favor, stay geeked, and we out.